A very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the People's Forum of In the Streets with Big Stone. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm on the topic of food, and I'm asking the question, what happened to our national dish? As you know, ladies and gentlemen, our national dish is indeed ackee and saltfish. Let's find out what is ackee and what is saltfish. Ackee and saltfish has over the years become the national dish of Jamaica, although neither ingredient is of Jamaican origin. Ackee was probably brought to Jamaica from West Africa, but is more widely eaten in Jamaica than anywhere else, and it has become Jamaica's national fruit. Salted cod was originally imported into Jamaica as a cheap source of protein, and it has become one of our staple food. Saltfish and ackee, or ackee and saltfish, as some people say, can be eaten anytime, but it's very common to have it for breakfast or brunch. It can be accompanied by a wide variety of other local fruits: boiled green banana, festival yam, fried ripe plantain, avocado, or dough bread, and or roast breadfruit. Eat it with anything you wish, or just eat it by itself. This Jamaican ackee and saltfish recipe was a favorite with my mother, and she cooked it frequently. Fresh ackees are preferable, but if you cannot get fresh ackee, tin ackee work just as well. Ingredients to fix this now famous dish: 1.5 pounds of saltfish, soaked overnight to get rid of excessive salt, 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil, 2 cloves of garlic chopped, 1 medium onion, 1 Scotch bonnet pepper or other hot chili deseeded and chopped, 1 sprig of fresh thyme, 2 tomatoes chopped, 2 tins ackee brined, drained off, 1 sweet pepper, optional, black pepper to taste. Now, how do you prepare this dish? Place the soaked saltfish in fresh water. Bring to boil and simmer for 4 to 5 minutes. Drain the water off the saltfish. Let it cool a little. Deskin. Flake the flesh off the bones. Discard bones and skin. Heat the oil in a large frying pan or wok. Stir fry onions, pepper, garlic, and thyme until you can smell the aroma. Add the saltfish and tomatoes to the wok and bring to a simmer. Add the ackees, very gentle folded ackees, in so that they don't break up, to bring back to a simmer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I remember back in the days as a young man in the early 60s and 70s and 80s and even 90s, saltfish was one of the cheapest commodity that you can find on the market. Everybody could afford a pound of saltfish. You could practically get it for pennies. But ladies and gentlemen, somewhere, somehow, saltfish, even though it doesn't have any real protein or anything in it, has suddenly become very expensive. And only the elite or the rich can really afford ackee and saltfish today. Now it's supposed to be our national dish. and our national dish should be easily accessible by all of its citizens, don't it? Not so. Even if you find ackee and saltfish cooked by poorer people, you find out that they'll stay 10 miles and throw a piece of saltfish in the ackee. So all you'll have is a whole bunch of ackee in the pot and 2 little pieces of codfish swimming around. But you will really not have that exotic taste of saltfish with every piece of ackee that you should have. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we wondered what happened to our national dish. Now, people, and you know Jamaican people, they always turn their hand and make fashion. So you'll hear of, instead of ackee and saltfish, you'll hear of ackee and tin mackerel. You'll hear of ackee and salt mackerel. You'll hear of ackee and corned beef. You'll hear of so-so ackee sprinkled with a little black pepper. You'll hear of ackee and corn pork. Now, ladies and gentlemen, all those are nice, don't get me wrong, and people gravitate to them, even the poorer class of people. But I know our Jamaican people, ladies and gentlemen, they long to really have their national dish of ackee and saltfish. Ackee and saltfish has eluded the poor for quite some time, and that's why I personally would appeal to the government to bring back down the price of a pound of saltfish. A price of a pound of saltfish is somewhere between $700 to $800 a pound. The poor man cannot afford that in these times when his minimum wage is way below subhuman standard. Now, another thing that also was very cheap and easy to access was oxtail. Now, you know, oxtail is still what we call food that was taken from the slave master's table, because it is actually the tail of the ox or the tail of the cow that makes up oxtail. Ladies and gentlemen, you dare not go there. A pound of oxtail these days, ladies and gentlemen, is anywhere between $900 to $1,000 a pound. Yes, those things have become very elusive to the poor man. And let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, if you walk into a poor community and ask them when was the last time they had some oxtail and peas and rice for Sunday dinner, they'll tell you that they cannot afford to have that. So how come these food that was once so cheap back in the days becomes so expensive? Codfish is much more expensive than beef. Codfish has become more expensive than pork. Codfish have become more expensive than mutton. What is going on? How come we cannot have these food that we say is our national dish? Jamaica, it is about time we start to turn our hand and make fashion. We really have to come up with another national dish. You know what is nice, ladies and gentlemen? And I love it? Callaloo. But callaloo and saltfish also goes hand in hand. Saltfish is still, again, too expensive. So for you to have a little callaloo with saltfish, forget about it. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm exploring food. Food is what makes a country or the people goes to work with energy, vigor, and vitality. Food is what makes a poor child learn. They say if a child goes to school and doesn't have any breakfast or something in their stomach, they will not learn anything because they cannot hear you. All they can hear, ladies and gentlemen, is the rumbling of worms in their stomach. So Jamaica, I know we love our national dish. I know, but guess what? We're not getting our national dish. And people from the outside are coming in and enjoying the flavor and the tastiness of ackee. So you'll have to turn your hand, make fashion, and see the best that you can do. Ladies and gentlemen, I love my country, and I wish the prices of certain food wasn't so high so that we can go back and enjoy our sweet ackee and saltfish with dumpling, with fried dumpling, with boiled dumpling, ackee and saltfish and rice, ackee and saltfish and rice and peas, ackee and saltfish and white rice, ackee and saltfish with yam and banana. Boy, may I tell you, just talking about the ackee and saltfish make my mouth get yummy. Jamaica, we have to turn we and make fashion. You see what they're doing to us. I hope you're paying attention, because guess what? I am paying attention. Jamaica, they say no problem. A lie. Give it back. We are and saltfish. I only say our national dish for poor people. See? Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And I do hope you can have a great day. Thank you.